everyone! Here's just a bit of a Christmassy thought. So tell me, who remembers being part of their school nativity play? Maybe you were Mary or Joseph or the angel Gabriel, or maybe you had the important part of shepherd number 4, or even the hind end of the donkey. And if you were the hind end of the donkey, please do tell us about it, because we would really love to hear that story. I remember in my school nativity, we had a cardboard donkey, and Mary and Joseph had to sort of half carry it, half push it around the perimeter of the hall to represent the slow and arduous journey on the road to Bethlehem. Perhaps not terribly realistic, but it was great fun. And I guess they couldn't have really had a real live donkey, could they, in the hall, making mess and smells and creating chaos. In my children's nativity play, there was one year that was called The Colours of Christmas, and it had a nice little song that went with it, and everything was all about red and gold and silver and green, beautiful colours. I got to kind of idly wondering a couple of weeks ago what they'd have done if it had been the smells of Christmas instead of the colours of Christmas. What do you reckon? Maybe things like mulled wine, or those beautifully scented candles, or cinnamon, or brandy butter, or of course the smell of mince pies. But I guess that's probably not terribly realistic from the first Christmas either, is it? What did the first Christmas smell like? Well, I suppose we have to use our imaginations. But in his Gospel account, Luke writes this: Mary gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. Well, a manger, as we know, is a feeding trough for animals. Perhaps it hadn't been used recently, but still I can't imagine that it would have smelt of cinnamon and mince pies. So this Christmas, in this momentous year of 2020, perhaps there's an invitation for us to dig deeper into what it means for Jesus to be Emmanuel, God with us. After all, when he came to earth, he didn't come to a place that was beautifully fragranced in preparation for his arrival. He was content to sleep in an animal's feeding trough in the days long before antibacterial fragrance wipes. As John says, he became flesh and dwelt among us. He dwelt in the midst of all the smells and the political turmoil of the time and the tough places of our earth. So this Christmas, let's invite him to be God with us in the midst of things, whatever our Christmas smells like.